latest immigration news. Let's get right into it. We have a lot to unpack. That's why you need to be following me on all platforms, because I might not post here, I might post over there. Every day we have breaking news, we have new policies that are being implemented. You have to stay informed, be aware, vigilant, be prepared. I'm gonna go over all those news and try to provide on some of those topics. I'm gonna try to provide practical tips. Okay. By the way, I'll be live tomorrow on YouTube and IG. I don't know the exact time, but I'll be live tomorrow. That's why you need to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out, right? When we go live or upload. And if you follow me on IG, you will know as well, because I usually post on my story. Under my story tab, you will see that I'm posting something. I'm trying my best to always post something. First news is that USCIS no longer requires vaccine of COVID-19. Remember back in the days that people had to go through this COVID-19 vaccine? It was mandatory. Now USCIS is saying that it no longer requires that. So if you're planning to apply for adjustment of status and you don't want to do this particular vaccine, COVID-19, then you don't have to, okay? Just be aware of that. Number two, the federal judge blocks Trump order ending birthright citizenship. This is major because remember that Trump order ending birthright citizenship, essentially what it says is that children born to undocumented parent on the American soil cannot be U.S. citizens starting February 19, 2025. Why? Because their father is not a U.S. citizen or their mother is not a U.S. citizen, and then neither lawful permanent resident. So even if the mother is within a lawful status such as TPS, F1 valid status, visitor valid status, work valid status, because the other parent is not a lawful permanent resident or a U.S. citizen, that child will not be a U.S. citizen. So basically, that executive order was basically instructing authorities who deliver passports or birth certificate not to give those type of document recognizing U.S. citizenship. So what happened was USCLA filed a lawsuit, and then 18 other states filed a lawsuit in federal court to try to declare that executive order as unconstitutional. So, and then the judge blocked it yesterday, which simply means it's on pause for 14 days. They cannot enforce it until they hear all the arguments. While they're preparing argument, it has been blocked. And the way I see it, really, it's just gonna be like, remember when we were talking about PIP, the power in place for spouses of U.S. citizens? So it's gonna be blocked, and then they're gonna go over this litigation. Trump really wants to litigate because the hope is that with this very conservative Supreme Court, then they're hoping to win. So they're going to litigate. And meanwhile, I'm hoping that they're going to extend this stay. So they're going to extend this 14 days. That's what I'm hoping. I am following this closely. I am going to be updating you on this because this is major. We have a lot of children, a lot of mothers who are pregnant. They're going to have children this year, so they don't know the future of that child. So we have to follow this story, okay? Yeah, the third news number 3, expedited removal. This is major because yesterday I was talking about expedited removal in terms of the expanding expedited removal, because they want to essentially, expedite removal of undocumented immigrants who have been here for less than 2 years. It used to be applied at the border. Now it's like across the country. If they apprehend any undocumented person who has been here for less than 2 years, especially those who enter without inspection, been here for less than 2 years, they're gonna go through expedite removal, which means no court hearing and just be deported. They added more to it. What they're saying now is that even if that person is here on parole, like they were parole, so long as they've been here for less than 2 years, they might terminate that parole. And if the person is in removal proceedings, those full removal proceedings, they might terminate that removal proceeding so that the person can be deported because they haven't been here for more than 2 years. What is the practical tip here? And who has to decide is the USCIS or any immigration officer who's going to decide on that. So, and then you have to, the burden is on you to prove that you've been here for more than 2 years. So the practical tip here is that you have to have legit documents showing that you've been here for more than 2 years. For example, if you've been using hospitals, you've been using schools, you've been paying taxes, for example, with TIN or something that shows that you've been here for more than 2 years. Lease agreement, bank statement. You have to have all those documents in place in case you encounter those type of ICE raids. You have to be aware. Okay. And another thing I want to add to this one is that it's not just ICE who's going to do this. Now what they're doing is that there's another executive order. I just want to add to this so I can talk about those two subjects, at the same time. There's another executive order that's really expanding who can report, even employees. Like, let me see here, had it here, hold on. Yeah, so hold on just a second. This one. Yeah, okay. They're even like, this is so bad because everybody can report in terms of, for example, in Missouri, they have they have a law, the bill, it hasn't become law yet, but they have a bill that says that any person can report an undocumented immigrant. Okay, so here they're saying that even employee for okay, yeah, who can report? Marshal Services employees, of Drug Enforcement Administration employees, Federal Bureau of Prison employee, Bureau of Alcohol employees, all those people, they can report who is undocumented. They can report any undocumented person in violation of Title 8, which means the person has been here unlawfully present, something around those lines. They can report. They give them the authority to report. And then ICE is going to take care of that. So expedite removal is really going to happen. And yeah, and there was a case where I was in the chat room with other lawyers. I guess this is a client for another lawyer. Somebody was, they had their case administratively closed. And what happened was they received a letter saying that they have to report to ICE because they've been here illegally. And they terminated their work permit. And yeah, so the lawyer is fighting for it. But essentially what's going on is that because of this expanding expedite removal order, executive order, so that person has been here for less than 2 years. So they already had their target, you see? So it's really going on. Not to mention really, yeah, it's just like, yeah, let's move on to another thing, another news, because I wanted to come back to another news too. Just forgot about it, but I'll come back to it. TPS under review. They're trying to review whether or not TPS has to continue. Humanitarian parole, it's already almost done. They no longer want that. So yeah, those are the latest immigration news. Okay, I have another news that I'm gonna add, but because I forgot about it, I have to go back and read it. But for now, those are the latest immigration news, at least the highlights. Okay, if anything else comes up, I'll come back. Until next time, bye bye.